Hey, Matt Hill Motorsports here in the shop. I'm gonna try to get you guys a little shop tour, little quick one on what's going on. I can't pan too far one way or the other here. Got a couple projects that are in the works we can't really reveal yet, but got a few we can show you. Figure I'll give you a quick walk around here at the shop and show you a little bit of what we got going on today. And surprise, surprise, another Gen 1 Lightning here. We got Dennis Mako's truck. Everybody knows freaking Dennis. Huff and Tough, I think he's known on a lot of the forums on the internet. This is a new little combination. I don't know if we're really allowed to talk about what all he's got going on. Another T-trim Vortec here, as you can see. Got a lot of custom little touches going on this little guy. Just got it tuned up. Making pretty good power. Ran out of fuel a bit with his... the fuel system he came in with. So we went ahead again and did another sump tank. Setting him up with a little bit different sump setup and a little bit of different lines, a little better, a little upgrade. When he bought the truck, it just had a, I think it's a 8AN feed coming off the bottom of a tank and just wasn't getting it done. Getting up to about 5,300 RPM and just stuttering like crazy on a dyno. But yeah, Dennis Mako's truck here, just wrapping this one up. Earlier I had mentioned issues with Dennis Mako's truck when we were on the ground with it. Thought I'd go ahead and put it up in the air here, show you what we were actually fighting here. This is how his, if you can see here, the bottom of the gas tank, this is what he was actually working with originally. And it's pretty obvious with the, you can see where the pump is actually right up in here. That's where the bucket lies. And somebody just basically welded a fitting in here and was trying to, previous owner was trying to pull from there, but as you can see, it's actually running over here to this A1000. What we're going to do, we've got a sump here, a new sumped tank, and we're just going to swap this out and feed this thing right, because what we got going on here is somewhere around 5,300 RPM or so. He'll actually, he's just straight up running out of fuel. It's sucking this thing dry. Also, what we noticed is if he doesn't have at least 6 gallons of fuel in the tank, and I know very specifically that I put 5 in, and he had about a gallon in. If it's not about 6, well, we'll say greater than 6 gallons, it also doesn't work. And we're trying to alleviate that problem so that Dennis can have this thing out on the street and do what he does. I think he drag races it, and I guess it even sees a little time over at the New Jersey Motorsports Park. But as you can see, this is just straight up not going to work. So yeah, here's a front side of Dennis's truck, Dennis Mako. Huff and Tough, I think he's known as on the old interwebs. Got him a little custom graphic going on there, and I don't know. I don't know if we're allowed to let the numbers out yet, but we got some preliminary numbers with the fuel system, and I think you guys might want to watch this truck. It should run pretty freaking quick. I think, let's see, we got some shit coming up in October. I think they call it Spook Fest. It's a little track rental. I don't know if, might get a little show out of Dennis this season. We'll see. I know he's talking about trying to get me to make him a race gas tune, but I think he's going to do pretty well if he just runs on cheap old pump gas. So, you know, why make it too bad? And you can see we got we got some trucks up in here. And over here on this side of the shop, another friggin' Gen 1 Lightning. I know, what else is new, right? Seems like this shop's turned into a Gen 1 Lightning shop in the past year or so. But this one's got a well, a whole new engine and drivetrain, whole new engine combination for this owner. Went over with a Punisher transmission behind it. I believe that's back with another Circle D torque converter. Got a Vortec T-trim here. Obviously, see it's got a little bit of an aftermarket fuel system. It's got a full sumped tank, actually an in-house sump job, 38-gallon sump, running a Weldon pump. Holley HP, Holley standalone HP box. You may have seen some photos of where I had wired that up. This little thing should be out and about here shortly. Just cleaning up some of the factory wiring that's still here, but got a little bit of custom fab. Chip's been working hard on making things pretty clean around here these days. But we're going to be pulling some of this extra crap off of this one and getting her cleaned up under the engine bay here, since the Holly gives you an incredible amount of cleaning ability. Get these things looking a lot sharper than what Ford put out back in the early 90s. All right, in here actually on the roller right now, we've got Ed from Pennsylvania. Got a Vortec car here. It's a SN95, 9495 Cobra. It's got a little intake, head cam intake car here with the Vortec. As you can see, no intercooler, working with a little bit of water injection, shooting a little meth here. Car actually was in a couple different times. He's been warming her over. Went with a Mega Squirt this time. Had been standard PCM. It's on a Mega Squirt box. I want to say it is a Mega Squirt, the second generation. Plug and play kit, and just getting her dialed in here with the new combo. Had some issues with the MAF and so forth on his last combination. It was easier to just go ahead and ditch it on this bastard child year. These cars, being a non-OBD2 year, it's a lot of fun trying to data log them and so forth. So it was just easier to go ahead and get this thing on a standalone. And Ed chose to just go with the Mega Squirt. Over here, sitting on the stand, we've got a little Lentec here. This is a 4R70W built by Lentec. Had Chris up there put this thing together custom for us. This is actually going to go in Jim Moen's 1999 Cobra. It's a 99 Cobra with an 03 Cobra engine. It's got a 2.8 liter Kenny Bell on it. What we're actually running here is the 4R70W. It's got the we went a full manual valve body, so he's going to be handling all the shifts himself. We got a full lockup torque converter. That's actually from Circle D. But this sucker, it's sporting a trans brake, and going from the T56 that was actually part of the Cobra conversion, he's got a solid rear axle. This thing is probably going to rip. It should really do well. I have a feeling we're going to skip right over the 10s with that car. That was right on the knocking on the door of the 10s before. It was actually 2 seasons ago, I think, when he had it out last. But we got some chassis updates going on with that car. But I would say with this Lentec, we're probably going to see high 9s pretty much right away. The car's got a hell of a lot more power than it did when it was going. It was actually still in the Eaton when it was out running, I believe, 11 teens. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't say too much. That thing is, I don't know if it's going to be a little bit of a grudge car, but that's a very stock looking car. That thing has stock interior, full interior, air conditioning, blows ice cold. Maybe I'll go get a shot of that at some point here. I think that one might be in our next installment. We got her back up on the lift. Just waiting on a couple things here, but like I said, Chris at Circle D put an amazing converter together for us. And one of his triple disc specials, and I got a feeling this is going to be a good combination for Jim. I think Jimmy's going to be pretty happy with it, and the car was very violent before, and should tame it down. Actually went with a gear set, should tame it down quite a bit, and well, let's just put it this way: I think with the Team Z suspension and what we got going on that car, we're going to see some pretty good launches out of it, and I think Jim's going to know what it feels like to have the tires in the air. Up to the front of the shop here now, we've got a Crown Victoria Police Interceptor front suspension. This is one of our tried and true packages. I think we were the first actual shop that started doing the Crown Victoria front suspension conversions on the Gen 1 Lightning. This one's blown back apart to do some powder coating. We've got some parts out. We're going to replace some of these suspension components. As you can see, these things come straight out of the junkyard. I've got a junkyard source here. Right off the cop car, right to the Lightning. These will look a lot better when they're cleaned up. Try to get that maybe on the next installment of what's going on here. We should have the new arms on, new ball joints and so forth. Change the rack out. A few things like that. Maybe show you what they look like when it's all bolted back up to a freshly blasted and painted chassis. Here we got an absolutely beautiful truck. I think my lighting absolutely freaking sucks, but here's another it's a build engine. It's another Vortec truck. This one's out of Virginia Beach. Yeah, there's no MAF in it. Got to slop the new one in. Just got in all the way in for Virginia Beach. We're going to get this thing running right. Owner's had a few issues with some other shops. We're just going to get this thing squared away for him so he can have a good time. Yeah, it's my man Dave down in Virginia Beach. This is an absolutely clean truck. I'm pretty certain it's never actually seen rain. I think it was repainted, and gorgeous truck. Very clean. And I think we're going to see some good numbers out of this. Not a stock displacement engine. And I think we'll call it a little warmed over right now. And I think he's in for a treat when he picks her up. Got a few things going on. Try to get underneath it maybe in an next installment here on what's going on. Chipped it and did a complete new custom exhaust from the headers back. And well, we're back on the ground now, so it's kind of hard to see, but we'll get that for you. Get some shots of it, and we'll see what Chip's been up to with this TIG welder here. I'm keeping him busy, we'll put it that way. But a lot of custom fab going on here lately, between front end conversion suspension and a lot of exhaust and so forth. A lot of fuel systems, but we pretty much can do it all for you. Of course, then you're probably wondering, where is Chip's other truck? He's got another black one, but not going to show you that one right now. I'm just going to let you wonder for a little bit longer. It's actually right beside me right now, and we'll have to check that one out maybe a little later on, and maybe we'll get Chip in on the next installment of this, and I'll let him tell you about what he's got going on with it, or maybe he'll just keep you guessing. I'm not really sure. Things have gotten a little out of control on that project. So I think this pretty much wraps it up right now. We've got we got a few trucks to get banged out here this week. So yeah, stay tuned for the next version of what's going on here at Matt Hill Motorsports, and maybe we'll have some numbers for you.